I've been mastering trading strategies in EAs for the last decade. The toughest challenge has always been grid martingale robots, but I finally found something that changed the way I trade these EAs, making them less risky while producing higher returns. And today I'm going to show it to you. And while it's really hard for the traders to use grid martingale systems without blowing their accounts, it is super easy actually for the vendors to create grid martingale strategies. Just on the MQL5 marketplace there are 27 pages with different expert advisors all trading grid martingale strategies, simply because it is easy for the vendors to over optimize such a strategy, so it will have such a great backtest and people will just purchase it. I'll go to the algo trading space platform and let's take for example the Waka Waka, one of the most popular expert advisors that uses grid martingale strategy, and you can see on the bottom that we've been trading it on 2 live accounts, and I started an instant funding account with Xrading.com, and I'll share with you in a second why that is. Okay, obviously it's because I'll be making more money with it. And you will see that with this account I'm trading only the New Zealand CAD, and I'll share with you in a minute why that is. But here is the simple math. With Xrading.com we deposit money with one of the 2 brokers, MyFX Markets or FXTrading.com, and recently I'm using more and more MyFX Markets, and the rules are simple here. Max drawdown of 10%, which is static, very important, and we have a target of 20%. Now so far I've been using the $1,000 accounts where I received 9k as a credit, and the total is 10,000 incubator account, or the starting equity is 10k. From there I have stop loss of 10%, minimum profit target is 20%, and once I achieve the target I can withdraw 80%, or this is $1,600. Now with the live account guys, I have reached this target 2 times because I've made over 40%. However, I cannot trade the 3 currency pairs from Waka Waka on Xrading.com account because there was a huge drawdown at one moment, and I'll show you why the New Zealand CAD is the most suitable currency pair. But one more time, the math is simple. Once we make 20%, we can get $1,600, and with the live account I've made about 40%, and I was able to withdraw $1,161, and I've deposited $3,000, which could have been actually 3 accounts with Xrading.com, and I could have traded each of the currency pairs individually. But let me show you how I do the complete analysis, because this is very important for grid martingale system, so you will learn which are the less risky currency pairs. Now you can see that the gain is nearly 50% in the 3k account. I've made a withdrawal of $1,161, and if I show you the track record, you will see that I'm trading the 3 recommended currency pairs: Aussie CAD, Aussie New Zealand, and New Zealand CAD. This is the withdrawal, and if I switch to cumulative profit, you will see what a steady balance line we have going upwards. And that account has been running for exactly 1 year, and according to FX Blue, we have a total return of 39.4%, which is a great result in my opinion. However, still it remains a risky account because it uses grid martingale system. So how to lower the risk? Now if I go to stats and I click on charts, I'll look for the floating profit loss in percentage, and you can see that at one moment somewhere in March or April we had this drawdown of 40%, but this way it's really hard to see which of the currency pairs caused this drawdown. So what I will do is I will go to filter, and I'll start with the Aussie CAD, and I'll filter it, and again I'll go to charts and I'll go to floating profit loss, and you can see that this was exactly from the Aussie CAD back earlier this year. Now if I filter here for the Aussie New Zealand, and I again look at the floating profit loss, you will see that there was such a drawdown of 25% a little bit later, like June, July this year. Now, if I go to New Zealand CAT and I filter again, you will see that the floating profit loss is just negative 0.12%. This is very, very low drawdown, guys. So the New Zealand CAT has been the currency with the lowest drawdown, and at the same time, if I go to symbol and I arrange them according to the net profit, you will see that it brought nearly as much as the Aussie CAT. New Zealand CAT brought me $512, Aussie CAT brought me $518. So the second currency pair has the lowest drawdown and high returns. Now, right on this VPS, I have the Waka Waka trading on this live account of mine. Now, first I want to show the backtest of this account where I'm actually trading the 3 currency pairs. I'll just go to the inputs and I will load the set files I have from the vendor. It is this one over here, and you can see that it is trading Aussie New Zealand, Aussie CAT, and New Zealand CAT. I'll be backtesting it for the last 3 years, so it will be from the same date back in 2022 up until today, and I'll just click on start. Usually I backtest with every tick. Delays is 100 milliseconds. The deposit is the same as if it was trading.com account, and here is the graph. And here it is, the backtest is ready. It actually turned 10K into, look at that, 39,241, which is amazing result for 3 years. But look at this drawdown, it is huge. Actually, from the backtest, we can see that it is nearly 60% equity drawdown, which obviously is suitable for live accounts, risky, it is, but not for funded account where we have 10% drawdown rule. Now let me perform a backtest for the New Zealand CAT. I'll remove the other 2 from the inputs, and this way I will confirm if the results from my live trading match the backtest. I'll click on start and I will go to the graph and I will let it run. Here it is, the backtest is ready, and you can see that there were a few small drawdowns, but if I look at the backtest, you will see that it is 9.22%, which is ideal for trading.com account where we have 10% max drawdown, and it's a static drawdown. So the link to the track record will be down below in the description with the new account from trading.com where I place the New Zealand CAT only from the Waka Waka Expert Advisor. And the process of mastering Grid Martingale systems is the following. Once you have the Grid Martingale EA, make sure you backtest it on all currency pairs recommended from the vendor. Then backtest each individual currency pair to see where the drawdown is the lowest. Put it on a demo account to see if the trading matches the backtest. Then, if you're happy with the results, put it on a small live account. And when I say small, for live trading with Grid Martingale systems, that's usually 3 or 5K. I don't recommend lower amounts. From there, look at the FX Blue just as I did and see where the drawdown is the lowest with each currency pair. If the 2 match, if the backtest match and the performance on the live account match, then you're good to go on a funded account like trading.com or any other funded program. But to save you all of that, guys, we have displayed publicly the results on Algo Trading Space. So when you go on the platform and you click on live trading, you will see plenty of expert advisors. Plenty of them make more than 10 or even 20% a month, and many of those are Grid Martingale systems, just like the FX Stabilizer Pro, which we have on $1,000 and we have on a 5K account. You can see the withdrawals we've requested from those live accounts, and here are the track records, which means that you can use all of that. This is actually a withdrawal. Once you click on stats and you go to symbol, you will see which are the most profitable symbols. And if you filter the currency pair, you can see one more time what the drawdown was with this currency. And if I just type in FX stabilizer, you will see that we have 6 accounts in total. And because of the same analysis where we track the performance on the bigger 5K account, we have started a few smaller accounts, $1,000 each, and you will see that I'm trading the euro dollar, the dollar yen, Swiss yen, euro yen, and separate accounts. And already they've made between 2 and 6% for the last 28 days. And just use our trading results as reference, so you don't need to test on all currency pairs, all expert advisors. We are doing it anyways, guys, so we are just sharing with everybody. And one more time I want to show you the back test, because there is something important that you need to keep in mind. The equity drawdown is below 10%, which is fantastic, but look at the total net profit. It is 8,273 for 3 years. And in order to have realistic expectations from your trading, you must divide this net profit by the months that it was back tested. In this case, it was 3 years, or this is 36 months, and you will see that this is a profit of 229. Now in the 10ktrading.com account I started with my FX markets, I have a balance and equity of $10,000, and my target is 20% or $2,000. And if I make $230 a month, this means that I will have the 2,000 exactly in 8.7 months, let's say 9 months. So it will take the New Zealand cat from the Waka Waka expert advisor 9 months to reach the target. And that is absolutely fine, guys, because I already have plenty of those accounts, and every month I'm reaching a target, so I'm withdrawing profits, and I will show you that in the next video. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, stay up to date with all of the trading with you guys, because in the last year we have expanded our trading a lot. Many live accounts, many funded accounts, so many expert advisors. Everything is visible on Algo Trading Space platform. And of course, we wouldn't do it without you. So I thank you so much for being always on the other side of the camera and supporting me. Before you go, guys, check out this video on my side and you will learn more about the FX stabilizer, which is another great with Martingale system. And you can just repeat the process I shared today to select the currency pair you want to trade, and you will see that it works just great. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.